Really wet, but it's cool. It seems like it wants to rain, but it's not raining, and so it's not as hot as it has been for the past few days. All right, welcome to Issues in the News. My name is Esther Wachuku, and as we do know, the program is tailored towards giving insight into various aspects of the Nigerian polity, meaning every sector that makes up the country is discussed here, and intellectual and professional grounded personalities give in-depth analysis of these issues, which in turn elicits your reaction. So, good morning and welcome once again to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. This is another segment of Issues in the News. And what are we looking at today? We're looking at the method through which presidential candidates of various political parties, approved by the Independent National Electoral Commission and their campaign spokespersons, are in their various ways trying to elicit the support of the people in voting for them. Now, recall that INEC has warned that the campaign should be issue-based and not attack persons and their personalities. However, these days the reverse has been the trend. You'll recall that a few days ago, precisely last week, we had the Labour Party spokesperson Kenneth Okonkwo giving his own purview of the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, where he was able to say some things whereby stating that Nigerians should look and be very careful of whom they should vote for, when he made some statements that the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress made while, he was addressing a particular campaign crowd. And so, he was able to reel out some of the things that he said. We don't want to use the term mockery, but these are the areas through which the opposition try to pick holes on themselves. Now, why are we talking about this today? INEC has told this presidential campaign spokespersons, has told the presidential candidates of these various political parties, have also told supporters of these various political parties to try and look at how there could be believable solutions while they are going about their campaigns. For example, if you say that when I come into power, I'm going to turn black to white. Now, how do you intend to do it? You tell us believable instant explanations and strategy you're reeling out. Then, of course, you're going to definitely have your support from the people. But a situation where you come to paint something else and by using that method to elicit people's support, well, that is what INEC is saying, that should not be the basis for most of the presidential campaign spokespersons and the presidential candidates themselves while they are going about this election. So let's take a listen to the All Progressives Congress presidential presidential candidates in person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu while he was addressing the crowd when he visited Warri, that is Delta State in Baramatu Kingdom. He made some statements, or rather some utterances concerning his opposition. This statement was made on Friday. Now, there's a reason why this is coming on the table today, because the spokesperson of the People's Democratic Party Presidential Campaign Council has responded to it. However, in order for us to understand where I am going or what premise I'm trying to set up, let's take a listen to Bola Ahmed Tinubu while he was addressing them that particular day. you listened to right there was the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, stating that what Nigerians do not need is someone who is coming out to reel out statistics and give us numbers, that is what Nigeria needs, and they're not certain. He also said that the People's Democratic Party presidential candidate is always running. He should try and go and sit down. He should stop running. That is basically what he's saying. All he knows is that anytime any campaign season comes up, Atiku Abubakar is always running. So he says he should stop running. He should go and sit down. And he said that it would be a disgrace to actually mention any other presidential candidate who has been, talking about what they're going to do, reading out statistics and all whatnot. He said Nigerians do not need that. Now, in reaction to that particular statement, that is the spokesperson for the People's Democratic Presidential Campaign Council responded, and that is the person of Charles Aniago. He stated that, well, let's take a listen to him.
The presidential candidate of the APC in recent time, you will see that in a number of areas he lacks coordination. So we don't take offense. Whatever he says, we just assume that it's in tradition with the trajectory that he has maintained. He's enjoying the race. He failed to realize that our president today, Muhammadu Buhari, ran for this same position about 3 times first, and then the 4th time, he was able to get it because he felt that he needed to add value. But unfortunately, those of them who were supposed to advise President Muhammadu Buhari, whom many of us believe meant well, were not able to advise him properly. And you also do know that Bola Tinubu is a national leader of the APC. The good thing is that every one of us, including my brother Ayo Yelewo, who is there with you, knows that our country is not in the best of shape on account of their mismanagement of not only our economy, their mismanagement of our diversity, their mismanagement of our educational system, their mismanagement of the structural imbalances that we have in this country, and of course, there are also mismanagement of the many things that before now served as unity for the people of this country. And so, Atiku, as a man who initially thought that they had plans to be able to make a difference, in the course of the line, particularly sometime in 2017, discovered that they were progressing in error. And the best thing he could do in that instance is to abandon that their ship and then to begin to talk about those things he thought that those individuals have the ability to solve. And those are the things I have mentioned. So Atiku is coming not only to clear the mess, but also to recover Nigeria from where we are at the moment. You do know the situation that we find ourselves, whether it's in the area of the value of our naira, or whether it's in the area of the level of education, the kind of education we have at the moment, or many other factors as the first security. So there are so many things that Atiku is coming to right that the APC have taken in the wrong direction. And so in rewriting our history, Atiku is coming to recover us from where they have taken us to. And because they don't have a solution, the only thing they do is to begin to insult every other person who is in the race. You may need to take a look at what has happened in the course of this race. You cannot quote Atiku Abubakar to have insulted or used languages that are not presidential in any manner. Somebody who wants to be president says that it will be a disgrace to him to mention a fellow contestant who have had cause to also govern a sub-national in this country. That tells you they are the one that ordinarily should be in search of content and not Atiku Abubakar. Because things that they cannot substantiate and things that never happen. But I want to leave that to talk about the things that APC can do. The APC and Bola Tinubu can afford to devalue our naira such that today is just like a tissue paper. I was in Lagos 2 days ago. A number of persons slept at the filling station. They couldn't even get petroleum products to buy. Those are the things that APC have the ability to do. Today, our people go to market. They cannot afford to buy goods that they were able to buy in the course of the 8 years of Atiku Obasanjo station. A very good example is if you want to buy rice today, you have to first of all cover as much as 48 to 50,000 naira for you to buy one bag, which was less than 7,000 naira at the time PDP was leaving office. Those are the things that APC can do. Then, of course, the level of insecurity was democratized to the extent that every part of this country became a killing field. Those are the things that APC can do. And because they don't want us to talk about it, you can see how they always run away from their national and abysmal failure. Very soon, Ayo would have come Lagos and then say, this is what Tinubu have done in Lagos. But I would like him to tell me that so that I will go to that Lagos with him. I will tell him that most of the inner streets, whether it's in Apapa, whether it's in Oshodi, whether it's in Isolo, whether it's in Agege, and a number of other areas that people cannot even navigate through them. So if you think that the federal roads that were built by federal government from Ikeja through Antony, of course, having passed Maryland, and then you decide to proceed through the Top Mainland Bridge, completed by the Babangida administration, and then you go to the island, and those are things they will be showing us. We will remind them that those things were there even before Tinubu became governor of Lagos State. Let him mention one single bridge, even built by Tinubu, because usually they take us to Lagos. Since they have performed so woefully at the national level, and they don't want to stay with their records at the national level, we will accompany them in their train to Lagos so that we can discuss Lagos. But for me, if you want to bring in the 8 years or the 15 years, the 16 years of PDP, I will urge him to bring it on. And I will tell him that it is the PDP administration that established EFCC for the purpose of fighting corruption. I will tell him that the PDP administration, where Article Head 3 established the ICPC for the purpose of dealing with issues of corruption. I will also remind him that the PDP administration embarked on bank consolidation to the extent that today when you put your funds in the bank, no matter what happened to that bank, your fund is safe. I will also remind him about reforms in the pension sector. A number of times they talk about money in the SS Food account as if that was a tree that grew in one forest. That money in SS Food account was made possible because your Obasanjo Atiku administration was able to realize that we were getting some funds far in excess of what was budgeted. And rather than wasting it, that we needed to save for a rainy day. I will also remind him that the PDP Obasanjo Atiku administration brought in talents that were not just even members of the party. Needn't I remind you of the roles, the likes of Okonjo Iweala, the likes of Aganga, the likes of Stuku Masoludu, the likes of El-Rufai, whom we believe in the course of time will come back home. Because APC is a foreign land for him. The lives of those individuals were discovered by the PDP and they were made to work. Let him tell me one person who is even an economist, a real economist in the APC that is able to.
All right, so that was Charles Aniago. He is the spokesperson for the People's Democratic Party Presidential Campaign Council, and that was during a monitored program yesterday when he was invited to react to what Tinubu said on Friday about the People's Democratic Party. Now, some PDP supporters have actually said that it's just banter. Nobody should take what Tinubu said serious. This is how political parties and their candidates and their supporters usually do the banter. It's all about seeing the weak points of the other person and, using that to put the other person down and get the support that they want to get. Some would even actually say that this particular period is cruise. A lot of people will call it cruise period. You recall the other time that you saw APC's presidential candidate and PDP presidential candidate standing together, having a conversation, talking together, which elicited, a bi-party, PDAP, something like that. However, this is a reaction right now. What I want to get from you is this. INEC has actually talked about issue-based campaign, which is very true. And a lot of us are already aware this time around that Nigerians want something different from what the norm. And we're talking about, someone who is politically strategic to handle most of the challenges we're currently facing. That's one. We're also looking at methods through which most of the problems and the quagmire we have found ourselves could be resolved. So based on all of these matters, all of these factors in place, what is a verifiable situation through which there could be a resolve? And how do you think this particular candidate or the other particular candidate are capable of, resolving the problem? Now, in order for us to understand in perspective what Charles Aniago said earlier, let's take a listen to this particular instance when the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress was addressing his crowd, and hear what he says and see if we can understand where he's coming from. Possibly there is, I would say, a lot of people may say that they do not understand the perspective Tinubu is coming from, especially when he's addressing the crowd. But let's take a listen to this.
superhighway for generated electricity power. That's what they could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn.
And so possibly this could be one of the reasons why we're having quite a number of reactions based on the way he tends to explain himself or how he tends to buttress issues when he is addressing the crowd. Buttress in this instance means trying to emphasize or trying to make a point where people can understand where he's coming from and react to that. Now, the question I'm throwing at you, INEC has actually made a statement and they said that issues should be campaign based. The campaign round of this political candidates, whatever political position they are vying for, should be issue based. All right, the campaign should be issue based, meaning that what are the areas that they understand that there are challenges and how do they intend to fix it? How do you elicit my trust? How do you impress me to believe when you come out to tell me that this is what you will do and that you actually do it? Recall that over time, how it doesn't correlate to the action and what they promised and the action afterwards. And so this time around, people want something different. What I mean something different in this instance is you talk and you do. Now, there is a situation where there could be a miscommunication from most of these presidential candidates or governorship candidates or House of Representative members who are vying for any of these political seats. However, it is left for you right now to react to the conversation we're having this morning based on what you have heard and based on the reaction of the spokesperson of the People's Democratic Party Presidential Campaign Council. Do you toe the line? Do you toe his train of thoughts? Do you go with what he was saying to his response to what Tinubu said about his opponents? And now that the campaigns are actually on, what should the issue be about? Should it be about their opponents or should it be about the issue and how they are going to address it? And that is basically what we're going to be talking about this morning on Issues in the News. We're currently streaming live on YouTube, so you can go on there and tell us what you think. Tell us precisely what your comment will be, especially if you know you cannot call in to participate in the program. All right, so you go in there, send your comments right on there, and we'll definitely read it live on the program. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, welcome to.
I should welcome too. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Your name, please, and location.
Sorry. Yeah. My name is Steve.
Emmanuel. All right. Where are you calling us from, please?
Yeah, I'm calling from Ibadan precisely.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. All right, go ahead, please.
Yeah, my own thing, I'm finding not sure. It's very simple. The timing of bringing in these so-called people on board on government was wrong. The timing was very, very wrong. It was a wrong timing. So if you judge from that, you can run into the conclusion that it was I don't know. The appointment was, to me, it's very, very wrong. I think I want to support the fight for a good contribution towards this. I mean, like you said, our government will continue on. We can't continue with corruption. We can't continue with insecurity. We can't continue with making the populace of a state, suffer for our actions. So any action that any government of the day that must be changed. If you look at the world we have today, the world is so terrible and so bad because we see evil and we don't talk about it, we condemn it. So that's the problem we are having. Now, if you look at what is happening in Nigeria today, I want to believe that the politicians want we to give up so that they can do whatever they think would benefit them. Do you understand? So I still want to toe the line, your own line too, saying that we should be hopeful that a better Nigeria will emerge. I am hopeful. I don't want anybody to give up. So Nigeria is going to become better. But what my own take is this about this country. Until we begin to speak out, I mean, say the truth, do the right thing, challenge our leaders who are corrupt, we may not get, anywhere. We may not get it right. If everybody will speak out.
Hello? Oh, please do try and call back. We lost that connection. 0700 903 903 903. That is the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. And you can also send us a WhatsApp message on 0700 903 9039. We'll read out your comment on WhatsApp right here on the program. And like I told you, we're currently streaming live, so you can call in, you can send your comments in there as well, and virtually be part of the conversation this morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Kindly turn down the audio of your radio, please.
All right, I've already done that.
All right. Name and location.
My name is Taiwo, calling from Orele.
Taiwo, welcome to the program. Please go ahead.
Thank you. My own answer this morning is, let me just bring you back to this 2023 election.
Okay.
You see, this election is already turned to tribalism anyway. Everybody now, we see most Igbo clamoring for Peter Obi. And now why Yoruba will try to talk about Tinubu, why everybody try to break Atiku down, now face the wrath of these people in the north. That's how it is now. And I'm a Yoruba man. In as much as I want Tinubu to even become president in this country, and at the same time, I don't think Tinubu is fit enough to go. I am telling you this thing now, true, because I will come out clearly. I don't want to situation like the way people are going about it in a tribal way. I don't support any party. I've never even participated in any election before. I used to do that. This is only one. I follow this election. I follow this government closely right from when Buhari is about to come in 2015, I think. And the way it is now, the way everything is going now, we have to be very careful in 2023, and only God can even lead us to the right path. I don't think this is going to go where it's going to go downward the way everything is going, because if you bring hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. If you bring, like, let's say 100 people down in this country today now and say, okay, if Obi cannot go, and between Atiku and Tinubu, and who people will just go with in this country today, I think people would like to go with Atiku, because the APC already bring this country down. From the way the man, PDP man was also turning the Tinubu back to where he was talking about Baramotu Kingdom. This man, they don't have anything to compare with the national level. They have already failed completely, woefully, they failed woefully. And I now come back to Lagos and bring them back to Lagos, and this is what they're doing in Lagos. We can say, okay, we see some of these things that they're doing in Lagos. But still, the man was reminding us of what this man doing in Lagos. I've never even seen anything that's so special.
All right.
That everybody was not coming back to Lagos. They will say that people is running in fire. Who inspired the hunk of them? Let us put two of them together. Who and who is not fit than each other? It's already suspending the campaign now. I'm very sure by now, maybe he's traveling to medical something again. That's why I love Mr. Dalete. Every time that man talk, I always listen closely to that man. That man knows what he's talking about very well.
All right. Okay,
yes,
thank you.
Mr. Dalete, I love the man very well. So I want the others to just be very careful in this election. We have to be very careful.
All right. Thank you. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. If you're just joining us, that means you did not hear from the beginning of the conversation where we were able to hear some expressions during their campaigns when they were speaking with their supporters, and there have been back and forth in reaction to what the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress said concerning his opponents. And we're asking, should this campaign be about themselves or about the issues on ground and how they intend to convince Nigerians that they are going to resolve it? Should it be about stating what is currently in place and seeing how they can reverse it so that we can have a country that is more productive and everyone is all included, regardless of the religious and tribal dichotomy we're currently experiencing? That is a conversation we're having this morning. All right, 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
My name is Samuel from Ijegu.
Samuel, go ahead, please.
From Ijegu. So,
Okay.
I want to bring you back to this town hall meeting. APC presidential candidate made it categorically clear that it's not a parrot. Therefore, the people that are going for town hall meeting are parrots. That's one. He said too that when he attends any meeting, such as where they are called by the journalists, when he comes back, his tension goes up, his blood goes up. That is why he should not be there. Then he came to Lagos here. He has nothing to offer. He went to Abakaliki. He said he would turn southeast to Taiwan. Is it the issue base? There is no place he goes that he does not attack people. Why do the government leave him? They allow him to, okay, he came to this stadium. We were all there, and he was speaking Yoruba. Is he a presidential candidate for Nigeria or for Yoruba? Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Okay.
I have finished.
All right, thank you. Thank you. So I think sometimes when I'm not in defense to anybody, but I think it depends on the audience he's addressing. So if you go to a town or a particular area dominated by a certain tribe, I think it makes sense to want to speak their tribe, especially if you can communicate to them properly with that language. So everyone, all and sundry, is able to go along with you in that regard concerning him speaking Yoruba. Hello, good morning. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. That is the number to call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
You're speaking is Best from the
Best. Aha. Oh, yeah, Best. Yeah, start. Come on, let me hear.
You, I know that throughout the weekend, your body will prepare you. Ever after you had this Tinubu, this you want to talk about, I do, no problem. But don't worry about that. But it's cool. It's cool.
All right.
So, yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so about the Tinubu's issue now, or the issue on God anyway, let me not say Tinubu issue.
Exactly.
The issue on, yes, Tinubu to some extent is becoming, when we talk about Lagos, that's comparing to what Charles Omondi said.
Yes, Aniago.
Tinubu, yes, and Charada, Aniago. Tinubu did fantastically well in Lagos, but that's not a yardstick for him doing well as a president. He was younger then while he was the governor of Lagos State. Now, to be sincere with you, Tinubu's head seems to be deteriorating every now and then. And every rally or every campaign it goes to, one thing and the other comes up.
Best.
To me,
are you sure this is Best calling on the program?
Let me see. I know you're going to let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you, that's why I really wanted Tinubu, as in I really wanted him to win the election, but he keeps on convincing me on the other way every now and then.
You say you wanted him to win the election. How do you know he wouldn't win? The campaign is still on. Elections have not taken place.
Campaign is still on.
Exactly. So you can't tell. He may win. You can't tell.
I'm not Yeah, that's why I said I really want him to. He's still on, fine.
Okay.
But if we're looking at what's on ground now, I really pity his style. I really consider his style of winning because it's really getting it wrong every now and then. So that's and eating people at the campaign or rally ground is a normal thing in politics. You said it's a banter period. Yes, normal. Even in America, they do it.
They do it.
Trump hit a lot as a bidden when they were campaigning. Yeah, a lot. So it's a normal thing. So, but it just be at least a little bit considerate and cautioned.
Yeah.
So all this kind of things, it's normal. It's normal for them to do it in campaign.
All right,
So,
Bess. Thank you very much. At least Bess did not call me to flog me today.
Please, you appreciate this one.
Oh, 0700 903 903 903. That is the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. And of course, we're streaming live on YouTube, so you can be virtually part of the conversation this morning and also send us your comments. We'll read it right on here. All right. Comments that should be about harmony, comments that should be issue based, comments that should not elicit any form of divisive. There should be no divisive comments. All right. There is no division. All right. Comments that will address what we're talking about this morning, and I will definitely read it out here on the program. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine. My name is Saint Obedience, calling from Shomolu.
Saint Obi, welcome to the program, Saint. Go ahead, please.
I must appreciate DOP for giving us this place to get our.
You're welcome. Hello, Saint.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way some political parties, some parties in Nigeria say they do their things. Like when they eventually enter the seat, Nigeria and I said they go. Even if they see another poster, another party poster on the street, they will tear it so inside gutter. So that is not how to rule. This one way, Bola Tinubu said to make sure. I think Abubakar is a shame to him. I be what he said is not possible.
Saint, now so the matter be wait now only pigeon if you take express yourself. I said now so the matter be say now only pigeon where if you take express yourself. You started off, I was like, okay, let me hear Saint talk, and then get as the matter be.
Yes, if the man is
wow. Saint, where are you? The feedback is not good. Are you on the road?
Yes.
Are you on the road?
Yes.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. I think you should call back. All right. That is really not good. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. That is the number to call this morning. Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you kindly turn down the audio of your radio? There is a feedback so we can hear what you want to say properly.
Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Concerning the issue of Tinubu.
You didn't tell us your name and location.
Okay. Sorry. I am only sure.
Okay. All right.
I'm calling from Mogeta.
All right.
You see, from my own understanding, I think what Tinubu said to me, I think, let me just say, is an old age.
Okay.
But what I really want to say is this, that this 2023, I will use this privilege to get all Nigerians that we should know what we are doing.
Okay.
To know what we are doing. And this is the time that we need to come together to take what belongs to us. This thing is not about mouth.
Yes.
This thing is not about condemning one person for the other. Understand me? More especially with the youth.
Yeah.
Look at what is happening in ASU. You understand me? Look at what is happening in ASU. Those students have been at school for almost 1 year now. You understand me? This is the time that we need to come together and reason together. Life is not all about 5,000 naira, 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira. You know, it is this coming election should not be should be based on on integrity.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
And concerning the issue of Oshun, well,
yes.
I don't see anything wrong with what Adeleke did.
Okay.
Because he's the president governor. So if you push to him, if you push that to start the 12,000 workers is the best. So be.
All right.
So thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, you recall that some of the workers were last minute employed for Oshun. That was what the predecessor did. And that was what created this quagmire that you saw Adile case into right now. He's saying that there is no budget to pay those staff. We talked about that yesterday. There is no budget to pay them. What is the means for their employment? What are they going to do? How are they supposed to do anything when there is nothing in the budget to indicate that they can be paid? And so that's why he said the state account should be freezed for now while an internal investigation is set up to see where all those appointments were made and how the monies that will be created for them to finance or rather pay their salaries. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm Nicky calling from the place.
Nikki, how are you this morning?
I'm good.
All right, go ahead, please. I'm fine. Thank you.
The issue is that as we speak right now, I think we can only be telling them, advising them not to do so. But yes, it's difficult. Because when you look at the generation of the politicians involved, especially the older ones, you find out that this has been the methodology. So many, all the time they've been in election, even there were the days, the violence. I don't know how old you were then. When they were talking about Operation West, that they pour acid on each other during campaign, they burn houses, and so coming from that very premise, you find out that even what they are saying now is so strange. It is so strange to them. So they still believe abusing each other is part of the politics. So we cannot but tolerate it, and then maybe the way let them limit it to maybe just verbal attacks and all those things.
All right.
But until we begin to have younger generation of people coming to play politics, so that is when you think people with sharp mind that they have so much to tell you about what they want to do. So however, where would they have time to begin to talk of abusing somebody or looking for work? So, but with this generation now, they don't have anything that they want to do, especially the money bags.
All right.
So that is the truth. They don't have anything they want to do specifically. Therefore, what do you want them to what do you want them to tell you? So that is the truth of the matter. You
all
cannot
right.
but be tolerated. Because if you listen very well, it's coming from the older politicians more than the younger ones.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling on the program. Please, if you're trying to call via WhatsApp, I would implore you to rather send a message and then we can read out your message on there, all right? Otherwise, if while I'm talking with you, a normal cellular call comes in, it will disrupt you. So it's better for you to send a WhatsApp message. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. I'm Mr. Gordon calling from Aduan, Ogun State.
Okay, that's good. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Well, I want to say something.
All right.
You see, in this campaign they are doing, they are teaching the young ones how to abuse people. But they've been saying that it is the young ones that are abusing people, but the old ones, they are the ones teaching us how to abuse people. You can see what Tinubu said at Delta State, that it's a disgrace to him to mention one person's name. It's a disgrace to him. And the person is referring to is Peter Obi.
Oh, he didn't say so. He said he's not going to mention names. It could be other presidential candidates. So
No. You see, you have mentioned Atiku name that you have run. Then the other person name, arithmetic, and this.
There is the SDP. There is the NNPP. Those ones have actually come out to give us statistics and arithmetics and all whatnot. So
No, my sister, no.
Okay.
He's referring to Peter Obi that it's a disgrace. Even though it's another opponent more than Peter, it's not that Peter Obi. He doesn't have to say that it's a disgrace to him to mention that person's name.
All right.
You don't say that in the public.
Okay.
Then what are you teaching the young ones? What are you saying to the young ones? And he also comes to Lagos and said that nobody can kill him. Who want to kill him? Who are those who want to kill him? Is that what you be saying in public? My sister, all these things, what are we listening to the new generation that will come? What are we going to say to them that we did not say? They say at least that time your people who are campaigning, I think you say so. Why am I not going to say it? That is why we say, I don't know what the INEC is doing or all those the peace accord they signed or anything. I did not say anything peace accord in this side. I did not say anything in this side because see, they are still saying what they are not supposed to say. So what we are going to do now is to take time, all the that is Nigerian, and vote for our conscience, our clear conscience. Because now, these two men, they cannot handle this country.
All right.
I know the Northerners know why they feel Tinubu to be in that presidential cabinet of the APC. They know their plan. And most their plan will not work. Thank you, my sister. This is the best radio station. And this is my best radio station of the year. As the year is coming to an end.
Thank you.
This is my best radio station of the year.
Thank you.
And God bless you.
Yeah,
and your
thank
management.
Thank you very much. All right, 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. We'll try to give you the statistics, okay? We'll try to give you a balanced reportage of events going on in the polity and create a platform for which you get to call in and react or give us your recommendations or your criticisms. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good morning. How are you? It's past 11.
Baby, I love your voice too.
Okay,
I love
thank
your
you.
voice anyway, and thank you for what you are doing today.
Thank you.
And other days.
Thank you.
In fact, this discussion, in fact, annoying me. Let me come to Tinubu as a person.
Okay.
The man has nothing to offer. He can't even make a good statement. How can he leave if he can't make a statement? I was here in Lagos when he became governor, and I want to tell you, frankly, the man did nothing, practically nothing. When we come to Lagos, talk of talk of it, all were built by federal government when the seat of government were here, was here. Then we were living as a country. What did he do there? Nothing, practically nothing. I mean, look at what he's campaigning. He cannot even offer. He can't even speak well. Can't even address people well. He criticizes people talking about this. Let me tell you, the Nigerians are not matured enough. Otherwise, if we are matured, we should give this presidential candidate red card to our voting. But look at what is happening. That we buy votes with money. We are hungry. So anybody who gives you 5 naira, 10 naira, 1,000, is already can't vote for him. The man has nothing to offer. To be honest, I'm not talking on sentimental basis. I'm talking from my heart. That's what the sincere what I was saying. Campaign. Tell people what you want to do for them when you got the president of the country. Don't talk about people, somebody that somebody will run away. Is it that somebody don't want to mention somebody's name? Say who is he? Is he not one? He has one head. Others has one head too. He's not even more educated than others are campaigning. If you go to the other presidential candidates, some of them were going before they became, aspiring for the presidency. They this wonderful way in their own states. You cannot say that it's a regret to him to mention name. Who is he? So I'm sorry to say it. So if there's someone to caution him, let him be cautioned. Let him know what he will talk at the rally. Can't just come up and begin to talk rubbish. And the ones cannot even know what the point. Cannot even make a good point. I'm listening to him. I can't even hold one point. Say this is what the man made. Say what he made. Just talk rubbish and wait away. So my brother, my sister, thank you for doing a very good job. I wish God has the show candidate. Yes. I don't think that when the time comes, the person will surface. I don't want to say it. Yes, I trust God. Okay. God must do something.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for calling on the program. All right, in as much as we trust in God, this time around it's your PVC that will answer your prayers. Only your PVC, nothing else. So on that day, you just go and queue at whenever it is your polling unit is, or whatever word it is that your name comes out on. You go on there, queue, and cast your vote. Hello, good morning. Kindly turn down the audio of your radio, please.
Can you hear me?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm Frank Onyebuchi calling from Surulere, Lagos.
Frank, welcome to the program.
Yeah, actually, I've been listening to your radio. I really appreciate your program this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah. what I want to say concerning the speech of Mr. Bola Tinubu, though, is a pity that we Nigerians, we don't really know our left and right anymore. Because at this juncture, I think APC have a kind of law they made, which have charged many radio stations and even TV stations about his speech. And the man in charge is actually making the same statement, trying to a kind of criticize, not only criticize, using some kind of abusive statement to their opposition. So it is a pity. And I don't really believe at this juncture that Nigeria will ever make the mistake they made from 2015 till date. Because APC, they have run the economy of this country. Nigeria now is wallowing in economic crisis. We are now in a state, in short, needless to mention, but I just want to advise my fellow Nigerians that we should vote for the right candidate. Somebody who is very competent, somebody who have, Nigerians at heart, somebody who is willing to turn this country from nothing to something. So that is my advice to Nigerians this morning. I'm appealing to them so they should not, for any reason, don't state categorically that they should please, for any reason, they should not vote for APC. Because APC, they are not party at all.
Allow Nigerians to cast the vote of their choice. You can't, why now? Don't do that. If they want to vote for APC, they should go ahead. It's their choice, it's their rights.
Anyway.
All right.
Honestly.
Thank you. Thank you for calling on the program. And I would implore us that when we want to talk about Nigerians as a whole, let's not generalize, okay? We can't say some Nigerians. Just if you say everyone, it includes yourself. So let's not generalize when we want to contextualize issues pertaining to Nigerians or all of us. All right. Hello, good morning. Please turn down the audio of your radio, please.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah. Good morning. This is Sunday.
Sunday.
From Ikoton.
From Ikoton?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead, Sunday.
All right, please. I've heard all the statements, those two people, the last two callers, what they said. In fact, really, I did not like it.
Okay.
It is not normal.
Okay.
The other person was saying, someone was just speaking.
Hello?
That language is so vulgar.
All right. Okay.
You understand? People should mind how they talk. We have elders in our homes. We should respect them.
All
not
right.
minding whatever they might have been doing. They are
All
elder
right.
people.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
And second, please, I want that I have 1 minute remaining. Please, I'm
All
sorry.
right. Okay.
Can I speak on?
Yes, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
All right.
It's just
please.
the network is weak.
What I'm trying to say, let me rush it. We have to face our voting. We have to face wherever we are going squarely, and we should not look left and right and start talking against one another. We should face whatever we are going to do at this time of time. We will have to vote according to our conscience. You understand?
Yes.
Don't look left and right. Whatever is your intention, whatever is your mind, vote for that particular person.
All right.
Don't look left and right.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. You see, I just said that. Do not compel anyone not to vote for anybody. You have a right to choose any political party of your choice and vote for them. Vote for any presidential candidate. But the idea is, you should know what you're voting for. You should know the future you want to have. You should know the personality that you feel would represent you better and make the country quite comfortable for you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you. This is Tinubu from Malawi.
Chinedu, from where, please? Badagry. Okay, Chinedu, I'm going to go ahead.
Thank you very much, sister. You see what we are talking this way. I never knew that this election we are preparing now to hold by next year will come to this end. Because I expected us to have a very credible and happy election. We have seen the ugly. We have seen the worst. And what is expecting that by 2023 Nigeria will be a very nice place to be, because God Almighty will have decided to wash away our sins. We have seen
bad thing. This time around, we're expecting something good. And expected the elders of this country to be positive in their thinking, not to insult or to talk people against anybody. Somebody like him, I've never known him to be somebody who insults somebody. But when I watch his program in Gerardi, he's always insulting people, trying to tell us peace or be that or something like that. I see him as a respectable elderly man, you know, but the way he's talking, you know, can bring problems, can cause another fracas by next year. Let him come down. He's elderly now. I expected him to come down, but ambition will not allow him to condescend himself and do what is right. Because he's being carried away by ambition. He wants to be president in a local, you know, that kind of thing. He has passed that age, and the lecture has shown him that his advisor should tell him to go and rest. And be somebody that will sponsor somebody and give Nigeria a good future. You know, very soon now he will find his way. You know, that kind of something. So I tell you to, you know, to be very wise, simple, and people going to talk about it. But the way he's behaving now, insulting this guy, you want to end his name in a very bad way.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for calling, Chinedu. All right. We will soon be wrapping up the program. In fact, the program has actually rounded off. We can only take one more call. But before that, I would like to read this WhatsApp message. So, good morning. Actually, the campaign should be issue-based, not to be attacking each other's personality. But whenever Tinubu is talking, he likes attacking other parties' personalities. And if after almost 8 years of maladministration of the APC-led government and they are still blaming PDP for their failure, I think it is just so unfortunate. APC deceived Nigerians in 2015 with the change mantra, and when they failed, they came back in 2019 with the next level, and not knowing that it is next level of suffering, next level of pain, next level of few cues. They should cover their eyes in shame. And this is from Majaru Taiwo from Egypt. Thank you so much for that particular message, Taiwo. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for having me on your show.
Okay, what's your name?
I just wanted to comment. My name is Machiavelli.
Machiavelli, where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from the United Kingdom.
All right, from the UK. All right, go ahead.
Right. I just saw your headline. It says, Tinubu said Peter Obi is not somebody to become, he cannot be the leader of the country because
he specifically did not say a name. He did not say a name. Right. He just said that he would not mention the name.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's take his words from that. But looking at the world the political system is right now in Nigeria, I'll quote him. I'll take him back to 2015 when he started campaigning for the Buhari administration, which he single-handedly said he made Buhari to be president. He said it. That is a quid pro quo. Now, I want to tell now that looking at what he said during the campaign in 2015, he told the Nigerian students that they were going to be getting a free loans. That's his words. You can go and check it. We are fact checking him now. He told the Nigerians that they were going to be given loans to go to school. But right now in 2022, we knew that this administration, which he had to produce, was given 8 months of solitary confinement to the Nigerian students, which now led to a lot of emigrating out of the country, which means a lot of skilled workers left the country. As of yesterday, 70,000 from the statistics left the Nigerian, which are skilled workers. That is not a plus for the Nigerian nation. It's a minus. So Mr. Tinubu, from what he's saying, is totally wrong. And now the ASU strike lingered on for like 8 good months. So he also told a rally that he single-handedly put Buhari there. So which means the election was not free and fair election, which means we were not having a democratic election. So Nigerians should be aware of this kind of people and their rhetoric.
All right,
you cannot continue this.
Thank you.
Sorry, just let me just conclude like that.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just conclude. Nigerians should be aware that these people cannot give you a definite democracy. We want a transparent democracy that will lead us to the promised land. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling. All right. We need to wrap up the program right now. And I will say thank you for all of your calls and all of your messages. And like I said earlier, that what we do on this program is to bring out these issues and divest it and get to hear your perception, your critique and recommendation. Hopefully, the 2023 elections will be satisfactory for all of us. We'll get to vote for candidates that represent us and represent the needs of the Nigerian people. My name is Esther Nwachukwu. You can follow me on social media at Esther Nwaz on Instagram and Facebook, Esther Nwachukwu, and on YouTube at Esther Nwachukwu. Do have yourself an amazing day. See you tomorrow.